Hello everybody, how are you doing today? And welcome back to the garden. It's a glorious sunny day again today and we're gonna have a garden tour. Let's go. As I said, it's a glorious sunny day, as you can see, and I thought it's a perfect time to do the April garden tour. I think the best idea is to start from the veggie area and the greenhouse and move all the way up to the front garden. Might be a long-ish video, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're gonna follow the sun and move to the front garden from the veggie area. So without further ado, let's move to the greenhouse and start. And here is our first stop. We're gonna start with the greenhouse. As I said in a previous video, I installed the mesh door on the greenhouse so the actual greenhouse door can stay open. It's getting really hot over there in the sun. It's nothing fancy, it's just a wooden frame with a mesh on it. Simply attached with a wire. Nothing fancy, but it's working so far for me. But now let's have a look in the greenhouse. It is completely full this time of the year. The potatoes taking the whole midsection of the greenhouse. I will be moving the containers with the potatoes out of the greenhouse. I think the risk of frost already passed. We did have few very cold nights, around 0 last few nights, but now the weather forecast is showing 4-5 degrees at night. So I think the potatoes can go out. That's gonna give me some more access to my greenhouse, but let's have a look what else is growing here. On this side of the greenhouse, I have my lettuce and parsley. I'm harvesting lettuce every single day. There's way more than I can eat, really. And the parsley is done as well. It's starting to bolt, gonna produce some flowers soon, so I think I'm gonna strip all the usable leaves from parsley and dehydrate them and remove rest of the plant. I don't need any seeds anymore from the parsley. I have plenty from last year. And being here in the greenhouse, I've just noticed the first strawberry. That's the first strawberry of the season. That's why I always grow a couple of strawberry plants here at the edge of the bed. It's giving me much earlier taste of summer than the outdoor strawberries. But yeah, on this side of the greenhouse I have my greens, lettuce and parsley. And on the left hand side of the greenhouse, where the tomatoes gonna go eventually, I have my giant Mizuna plants. I'm trying to save some seeds from Mizuna. The plants are doing quite well. If everything works out, I'm gonna have dozens and dozens of seeds for free. It's always good to save your own seeds. And I do like Mizuna. I discovered it last year, first time. But yeah, those plants need few more weeks to ripen and dry out before I can put my tomatoes in. There's some elephant garlic here and there that I missed harvesting last year. They started growing as well, so I left them here. I might be lucky and get some crop out of them. We'll see. The grape woke up completely and it's already taking over the roof of the greenhouse. And being in the greenhouse, the grape already started flowering. It's much quicker than all the grapes I have outside. It always works like that. So the grapes are looking quite nice. They are doing exactly what I want them to do. That's one of the benefits of growing your grapes in the greenhouse. They are forming natural shade in the greenhouse. You don't need to use any shade cloth or shade barriers. The grape is doing all the work for you and it's giving you lovely fruit later on as well. The floating shelves are empty. That one over there is destined for my sweet pepper seedlings that are currently growing slowly in a conservatory, and this one here is already occupied. I have my tomato seedlings. If you haven't seen the previous video, I was repotting the seedlings. You can have a look. And I put all the sunflower pots and flower pots here as well. There's no sign of germination yet, but that's gonna come quite soon, hopefully. So yeah, that is the greenhouse at the moment. We can move outside and have a look what's happening over there. And this is the rest of the veggie plot. There's not that much happening in the ground yet, but there's first signs of growth already. Here in the first bed, all this garlic is self-seeded. I can already see it's dying. It's most likely the onion white rot, but I was using the garlic greens for salads only. I'm not hoping to get any garlic from it. But in between I have my outdoor potatoes planted, and they are growing nicely already in places. Those are the white early variety, so they always appear first. Here on the edge is my proper garlic. Fingers crossed. It's all different soil. I dug it out from the field, so hopefully there's no onion white rot infestation. They are looking much healthier than the one that were growing in the soil. We'll see. I'm hoping to get some onions and garlic this year. I lost everything last year to onion white rot. But moving forward, this whole area from the parsley container going that way and around the greenhouse is all empty, waiting for planting and sowing. So there's not much happening over there. We can move to the edge of the garden. My raspberries are growing quite well. Lovely new growth. This area here were my cuttings from last year. I think most of them survived and they started growing now. They are still much smaller than the original one, but that's to be expected. They started from cuttings. Here to the left is my asparagus bed. I can see now it needs a bit of weeding, but that's for another day. I've been eating my asparagus spear for quite a while now. I'm letting some of them to develop now. They're getting smaller and smaller every time you harvest some. But asparagus is doing quite well. Now we can move to my broad bean bed, which is doing fantastic. You can see in one of the previous videos I planted them all out. They were growing in the greenhouse over the winter. Now they are all planted in the soil. They are doing really good, flowering their socks off. And some of them are getting the first fruits already. Let me quickly find some. There is one example. We have the first fruit forming on this one. A couple of them at the bottom. And the rest of the plant is full of flowers, so there's going to be more and more beans coming. That's lovely. There's not much else in this bed except my broad beans, but I'm planning to create area here along in front of the broad beans for my salads and greens. And to the left I have my proper outdoor strawberry bed. The strawberries are starting as well. They just started flowering recently. They are a few weeks behind the strawberries in the greenhouse, but that's to be expected. They are outdoor. But I am hoping for a nice strawberry crop this year. So this is the main veggie area and the greenhouse. Most of it is ready to be sown and planted. Okay, we can move up the garden. The pear tree is doing fantastic every single year. It never disappoints. It's laden with fruits. I chop this pear every year quite severely, but I think it enjoys pruning. It always gives me loads and lots of fruits. But now let's have a quick look at the last two vegetable beds. The rhubarb is loving the weather in the spring. I already started harvesting some of it. They are really quite substantial already, and it's only gonna get better. I have 3 clumps of rhubarb here. It's taking the whole edge of that bed under the hedges. Nothing else would grow there, but the rhubarb is enjoying it. Here, the right of the rhubarb in this bed, I have some potatoes planted, and I have a little bit more of Mizuna here. That was my backup if the ones in the greenhouse wouldn't work. I left a couple of them here outdoor. They're doing well as well, but they are a few weeks behind those ones in the greenhouse, so they're probably gonna get fed to the chickens. But yeah, as I said, this bed is planted with potatoes as well, my main crop potatoes, and the potatoes started growing as well. It's the first sign of my main crop potatoes. Over there is my outdoor lettuce patch. Is doing quite well as well. I haven't started harvesting them yet. I'm concentrating on the greenhouse, but I will need to sow some more lettuce soon, because those ones, with the weather we are having, most likely gonna bolt quite soon. Same with the one in the greenhouse. But moving on, the wildlife pond is looking better and better every day. Seems like all the insects and birds are enjoying it immensely, especially the bees. To the right of my wildlife pond is my experimental allium bed. I was growing mustard here over the winter, which got killed by frost, as was expected, in a hope that it's gonna reduce the onion white rot. And then I planted some garlics and onion here. As you can see, it is doing well. Not as well as the one in the pots, but that's to be expected as well. They've been sitting in the ground all winter long. They just started germinating a month or so ago. And here in the middle of that bed are my onions that I planted about a week ago, week and a half maybe. They all started growing as well, which is a good sign. So this is my veggie area. We can move now to ornamental part of the garden. The fruit trees on the fence are doing quite well. The apples are covered with flowers, so I'm hoping for a nice apple harvest. We shall see. Here on the right side of the garden is my newly created flower border. The plants are still struggling a bit after transplanting. It's been probably 2 or 3 weeks since I moved them here. They were half dying already anyway, so anything that grows from now on is a bonus. But I am getting some nice blooms from them already, which makes me happy. That border only gonna get better in time when the plants start growing properly. To the left is my soft fruit area. The currants are growing well. The thyme gonna start flowering soon, I have a feeling. That's gonna be covered with the lovely white flowers that bees and bumblebees adore. Everywhere in between are foxgloves and bluebells. I have a feeling in the summer this area gonna look stunning with all the foxgloves. This Those are all self-seeded foxgloves. They spread every year, so we'll see how they're gonna look this year. Next to my chicken run is my newly created onion bed. This is all reclaimed area that used to be a chicken run. The chickens are over there at the moment, so they can keep an eye on my veggies. But yeah, I'm hoping there's no onion white rot in the ground here. And the soil should be crazy fertile here after having chickens here for years and years. So we'll see how the onion's gonna do here. But moving forward, I think this time of the year is the blue season. As you can see, the irises and bluebells are in their prime. They are looking quite stunning, really. I really enjoy this area of the garden. Everything is growing nicely and quickly now that the spring is truly here. Let's back up a bit and we can have a look at my Chardonnay grape. I managed to spread it over the lawn last year. It's doing great. Hopefully that's gonna encourage more fruiting. The plants are much more open, so hopefully that's gonna reduce the mold on the grapes. It is all looking all right. That's the one main shoot. And here is the second one. I'm planning to have two of them over the garden in a hope that when they are fruiting, I'm gonna have grapes hanging over the lawn. We'll see how it's gonna go. The peaches, all of them, have plenty of fruits forming on them. They were covered with flowers in every spring, but the frost knocked out quite a number of flowers. But still, I'm getting quite a few peaches here. So they're only gonna grow bigger, to be honest. If there's less fruits on the tree, the fruits themselves are gonna be bigger. And now we can move to the main ornamental garden. The irises are stunning, really. It's the time for the iris. The irises are really stunning this time of the year. You can't ask for anything more from them. Lovely pinkish purple blue flowers. The spring garden finished already. There's no daffodils anymore. And the tulips are finishing as well. But soon the summer flower is gonna take over. So it's all good, really. The main Buddha border is looking quite lush as well, with all the bluebells. The Buddha is enjoying it, definitely. The daffodils, as I said, and the tulips already finished, but the bluebells are here, and soon the colchosmia here in the corner gonna take over. Rest of the ornamental garden is looking lush as well. There's nothing to complain about. We can have a look at the roses. They are not opening just yet, but we are almost there. I think all of them have their buds on, so that's gonna be a lovely sight in a week or two when they're all gonna open. My potted plant area, those potted plants over here are mostly dragged out from the conservatory. I took out my tree fern as well. It doesn't look that hot at the moment. All these brown leaves are from last year, so it's gonna start growing new leaves from the center over there, but that's gonna take a while. After it starts growing new leaves, I can cut off all the old brown leaves as well. So it's gonna be nice, lush green color again. Same with my smaller tree fern. Exactly same thing is happening. The old leaves are slowly dying and the plant is just waiting for the new growth for this year. Here on the container side, I have some blueberry plants which are growing nicely and flowering. So that will give me some nice blueberries later on this season. I have my mint here in a container, some more oregano that I propagated earlier on in the year, and really all sorts of assorted plants. Most of them are like transplants and divisions. Whatever I was clearing or digging out, whatever plants I can save or divide, I put in a container and I put it here to keep an eye on them. There's another big blueberry bush. It is covered with flowers as well. That's the main one. All the other blueberry bushes are rooted cuttings from this one here. So that's the main blueberry bush, the oldest one. And that's another one. And another one over there. Moving forward, my rose propagation area. I started last year. I already planted most of the roses in a garden. Those are my leftovers, climbing roses mostly, but they are doing well. I think most of them rooted. They are ready to plant out somewhere if I can find some space. And also here to the left is my another peach seedling. It has started itself really. I found it in a chicken coop, growing, small seedling last year. I didn't even plant the seed. I must have been feeding peaches to the chickens and one of the seeds germinated. So I kept this one because one of my peach trees is not giving very nice fruits. I'm gonna give it a chance this year still. And if the fruit won't be good, that tree gonna get replaced with this one in the hope that this one will give me better fruits. So this is the ornamental garden. Let me give you a view of the whole area. And this is my main ornamental garden. That's where I spend most of my time. But moving forward, let's go to the front garden and we can have a look and we can see what's happening over there. Oh, by the way, while we are on the way, my espalier pear is doing fantastic again. It is getting really hard pruning every year, but every year it's covered with fruits. I decided I'm gonna keep it at this level, no higher than that. I left myself an option here. I left the pear growing up still, but I think it's too high already. It's really two-dimensional plant. With the strong wind, it's bending too much. So the top of this pear is coming off and I'm gonna keep it at this level. It's about 2 meters, 2 meters 20 high probably. So it's perfect for harvesting. And it seems like the plant is enjoying it. But now let's move to the front garden. And here we are in a front garden. It is looking really lush, especially the area next to the koi ponds. It's quite shady area really, most of the day. It's in full shade, but seems like the bluebells and irises enjoy it. And of course, we can't forget the aces. They look stunning, first thing in the spring, with lush, juicy green growth. The koi themselves, if we can see anything through the net, let's have a look. The koi are doing fantastic after the winter. They had the hibernation period and now they enjoy themselves when the water is a bit warmer. They are very friendly fish. The pond itself, I think it's doing quite well. There's no real issues with it. I can't grow many plants in it because the fish eat almost everything. But I still have some hosta and water irises over there in the corner. Seems like the fish don't like the hosta or iris roots. And just here in the corner, it's a lovely display of lilac this time of the year. It smells gorgeous here. Just this one bush is filling the whole area with a lovely lilac smell. Moving to the left, that's my second pear tree. Very similar to the one at the back of the garden. It's laden with fruits completely. You can have a look on my channel. I was pruning it on camera. It's quite a big tree. I pruned huge amount of it. And it seems that it's working. Okay, I think we can move forward. I've just noticed the peony is going to be opening very soon. That's one of the first red flowers to open in my garden. The buds are quite big and plump already, so that won't be long. Can anyone tell me what this plant is called? It was growing here already when I moved in. It's quite nice, I like it. It does fit the shade garden here. But yeah, we can move forward and have a look at the rose border. The roses after pruning are doing quite well, like with the ones at the back. They're all getting their first buds, so it won't be long until this whole area is gonna be filled with rose flowers. Just here I have my another tiny lilac bush, which is doing well as well. I prune it very hard every year. I don't want it to get huge. And after the lilac, I have my, what is it called? Voodoo lily, I think. This is quite a stunning plant. I hope the camera is focusing on it, but the stems are quite nice. And then in the middle of summer, it opens lovely, huge, dark red, velvety flower. Doesn't smell very nice though, but it looks stunning. There are more roses here. I've just noticed one of them is trying to open already. There you go. That's gonna be the first flower of the rose season. Apart from roses, I have loads of bluebells here. There's a sea of blue everywhere. And let's not forget the second Acer. That is looking quite nice as well in the morning sun, early spring. I love this shade of green, juicy, fresh looking. And another look at my ponds. Those are two of them. They are connected with the waterfall. Top one with slightly smaller koi fishes and a big main pond with the big fishes. Seems like they're enjoying themselves in the sunshine. And moving forward, in one of the previous videos in the winter, I showed you I'm leaving some of the foxglove self-seeded in a gravel. They are growing quite well. This area is really dry. I never water the gravel, but seems like the foxgloves are managing. I have a feeling it's going to be nice splash of color here when they start flowering. When the bluebells are done and only the roses are flowering. Also my freshly acquired magnolia trees. look like they survived the winter. I can see some buds forming already. I don't think it's flower buds, it's probably new leaf buds, but that's good. They should start growing this year. Maybe I'm gonna get some flower display next year. And the rest of the flower border, mostly roses, is looking good. No flowers yet, no rose flowers yet, but it won't be long until they start flowering. There is one last camellia flower, the pink one. It did give me quite a nice display, but the camellia flowers don't last that long. Still, nice splash of color early in the spring. So yeah, that is the front garden in mid-spring, full of blue color. Okay, so that was my garden in middle of spring, late April. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I hope I'll see you back here in the channel very soon. I'm gonna be doing much more planting and sowing in the veggie area and bits and pieces of maintenance in the ornamental garden. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.